Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, it is the last trade targets video for the year as we head into the last round. This is being filmed on the Thursday morning, so obviously we don't have teams, but so some things could change as and we hope that this doesn't happen, is that you get a player coming in for their debut game and they go for like an 80 or something like Gota did last year, and it just ruins their price for next year. So hopefully that doesn't happen, and hopefully some of these, the fantasy sort of primos don't just sit out the last game because it's a dead season or whatever. There could be potential niggles that they just like can't be bothered to play. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but we don't know of that yet. So take of this video as you will on the Thursday night and Friday, because there is a potential for injuries to occur. But before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on, especially as we transition to the female fantasy and other videos before the cricket season comes around. But I'm now in the position to probably announce that I am going to do the women's fantasy, whether it takes up the form of the full men's fantasy weekly program in terms of the game reviews and trade targets, etc. That is yet to be confirmed, but it will take up, I guess, somewhat of a video, a weekly, at least a couple videos, the women's, in terms of trade targets, round preview and round review, etc. And so I need to get that sorted out this weekend, but I'm glad to announce that. Now let's get on into the video. So trade targets this weekend. I think Nick Newman, if you don't have him, is a must, but I mean, he is sitting at 943k. As you can see here, 98.8 average, 125. If you look at the last three, 134, last five, 124. Absolutely huge from him. And yeah, he has rocketed up from, what was he averaging? Probably pre-buy, he was probably averaging 90, 85, somewhere around there. Wasn't averaging much. And then post-buy, he's poured it up by 14 in about the same amount of matches. So it means he was going about 28 high. I think in the post-buy, I'm actually going to do the calculations on my phone. I won't actually show it this time compared to the last video where I got it up. I actually showed it. So post-buy is gone. Let's just do post-Frio game. 108 plus 93 plus 123 plus 139 plus 138 plus 125 equals that, divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, divided by 7. He's going 104 in all those games, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't look right. 108 plus 93 plus 123 plus 139 plus 138 plus 125. I've again stuffed that up. So let me see if I can do it finally. 123 plus 139 plus 138 plus 125 divided by 7. Yeah, he's going 190. That sounds a lot better. That I was like I was doubling up on the 2, so it got into like the 1700s through 7 games, which would be a record. I missed out, I think, the 1, 2, 3 originally in the first calculation. So yeah, that was not my best math moment. But yeah, what did I say? 119 for him in those 7 games or whatever is ridiculous, especially the run recently in the last 4. You take out the 93 and we just include the last 4. I think that's going to come out as around about look at it, 131 in the last 4. So yeah, he is definitely number 1 trade target defender wise. Even though he's 943, I think a lot of people have at least a chance to get a full premiums. I mean, my lowest valued player is 800k at the moment, and then 860k over here, or an 840 over here. So yeah, all my guys are 800k. I have 122 in the bank, as well as having Wintega, as well as having what's that, 100 and almost 120, 370, 500, a good 560, 570k plus Wintega on the bench. So I could legitimately get another If I was able to scrap all these guys down to 200k, I could get Banks up to another like 800k guy as well and put Windhager in the forward line. There are so many options, and that's how much cash flow we got from Sheasel's gained, 500k or something this year? 505k. You had Ashcroft gain, 400k or something across the year? 424k. You had, obviously, Nick Dacos as well. You had Tom Green gain a big, Zach Butters 100k, Luke Jackson 164, and we were able to gain, I think, close to 60k off him as well. Scotty Pembroke, no one else here really. And then, Tom Green was the main one. You had Bontempelli with me the whole season, 139k. Even Crouchy here, he lost K a lot originally, but I think I brought him up around 800. So I got him in. English, I got in for around that. Marshall, I started with 200k there. Golden, huge jump there. Rosie, another huge jump. Taranto, actually, in the end, didn't do much. Flanders, we just brought in, and we talked about Sheila. So a lot of growth there, especially. And so that just shows how much we were able to do. And there was a lot of other rookies that I didn't even talk about that really gained money. So it really opened us up to do anything in the anything trade wise. So this will be a blanketed review, I guess. For me particularly, the guys that are a little bit annoying that miss out, I guess, are Tom Green, because Rory Lea's just got that better matchup. Zach Butters, again, is potentially going to miss out, but plays Richmond, and against Richmond, did he play him? When did he play? Richmond, he went 101, and Flanders against West Coast didn't, against North Melbourne, didn't play, and has really shown in the last couple of weeks that he's good. So it'll be a battle between Butters and Flanders for that last spot for me. I really don't know what I'll go to, but we'll wait and see on that, and that will be coming out Friday probably. That thing, that video, even though it'll be filmed it'll be filmed later today. But those two, Flanders, Sheasel, and also Butters, if you don't have Butters, would be the forward line that I would be choosing as that sort of trade-in. Tom Green is the best midfielder alongside Laird to get in, as they have that good matchup. You've also got to look at the Gold Coast mids in... I guess you could also say Matty Crouch is a really good matchup to bring in as well. And that's why he's so highly owned, as he's got West Coast. The only problem with him is I don't think he has the potential, because he is that third or fourth mid. I don't know if he has that potential to go 120, 130 against West Coast. I think he could max out at that 110 or so range. And that is sort of worrying that he won't probably go absolutely nuts. LDU out again, that's really annoying. None of these guys really too enticing. I mean, Clary, I'm just hoping that he actually has another shocking game, because another shocking game can really get that average down and can make him more affordable next year. Surong, I wouldn't go for, because there's a tag threat anyway. Tuke Miller, as I was saying, I think is one that you could look to target. That Sydney game, he was playing a tagging role on Goulden, and that's why he was lower. If he wasn't playing a tagging role, he goes 110 there. Against Brisbane, pretty much got the ton there. And then Gold Coast, I don't know if he was being tagged or playing a tagging role. He could have done both at the same time, to be honest. So that was a low score against GWS. You even see here in round one against the Swans, when he wasn't tagging, he went 108. So that was a clear tag on Goulden, and you can see the results of a tag when he plays a tag and when he doesn't play a tag. It's around a 30 split. But I'm just hoping Took doesn't go too mad, as I would like to see him priced. Pricing Took at 96 next year will be absolutely ridiculous, because that'll be him priced at 850k. For a guy that was 2 seasons ago priced at 1,020,30k or whatever, for him to be priced at 850k, even with, I think, an increase in the multiplier, it's quite ridiculous. So I think him priced at 850k would be a steal almost, as well as Steele being priced at around about that 880k, and some other guys being priced relatively low. I think there will be some steals next year in terms of guys that have been really injured, but we'll wait and see on that one. I think Viney could be a shout because I don't think he will get tagged against the Swans. I think the Swans will put a lot of work into Clary and also into Petrarca. So I think Viney might be the one that just gets away. And he's really shown in the last couple of weeks that he can get away. And I wouldn't be surprised if he puts up a huge haul, a massive tackle effort. I mean, against the Swans in round 3, he only went 63. Surprised about that, to be honest. But that was in the form patch that wasn't really that good, I should say, rather than this patch here post buy that he's going, I think, 105, 106. And then we move on to, is there anyone else here that we're really looking into? Some injury guys here. Young, I'm just hoping he's actually performed really well in that new role. And yeah, him at 90 next year will be an absolute steal, I think. So hoping he doesn't have a huge game and bump that up, because him priced at around that 800k, I think will be a go, especially in the back line with potential of, I don't know the percentages with Dawson, Dacos, etc., but I hope that they hold. But I don't think Dawson will. I think Dacos might though. But we'll wait and see on that one. I could be completely wrong with that. Is there anyone else really? We look at the guys that have the good matchups. You've got the Gold Coast guys. If we look at Gold Coast, and we look, so you got, Miller. You wouldn't be going for Wits just because you've got Marshall and English who are going to outscore him anyway in that position against tougher matchups. You got Powell. Anderson is slowed down a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a year or two for him to really generate into another real good option at fantasy level, because he's going to be priced at like 80k, and that's just probably too much for him. I don't see there being that big growth next year, but maybe Anderson in this last round, but I don't think, what did he do against North? He went 102 against North. I don't think he has that potential, because you really need to find that 140, 150 guy. You could take a stab at the likes of Tex or whatever. Where is Tex Walker? Adelaide. You could look at Adelaide guys. Tex Walker is priced at 704k. Could you do like a Tex Walker for a I wouldn't be able to do him for a Windhager. Could you do it for could I do it still for the for Jackson? Could do that against West Coast. What did he do last time against West Coast? 166, 10 goals. He's got 3 tons this year, and so is he going to kick a bag against West Coast? If there are injuries for West Coast and they're playing like Bazo and stuff on him, then I think you could jump on that. But if there isn't injuries for West Coast, then I don't think you can jump on Tex Walker. So there's that. Anyone else really? And then who plays North? We said Gold Coast. Gold Coast don't really have a goal kicker, do they? Gold Coast, not really. It doesn't look like. And I wouldn't be looking at any of these guys really as they're too up in the air, to be honest. Locosius could honestly kick a bag against North, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes like a 47 here. This game against, that was a 47 against Richmond. This 99 game against North, could he do that again? He could, but I wouldn't be wanting to pick him up just for that, because he really does struggle to sometimes score, and you wouldn't want to end the season like that with a guy that ends up scoring a 40 or something like that. Is that pretty much is going to be the video, I think. I don't think there's anyone else to really talk about. Defenders, you've got no one else here really that I like the look of. Will Day actually seems apparently fine. He should line up against Freo, is that? Yeah, Freo, so he should be fine. There's no one else here really that I like the look of. Himmelberg in the last 3 is doing well, which is good. Good for next year, because we might need him as a forward, and if he can average 85, 90 as a defender with forward status, that's really good, because we kind of need that, especially as Cadman grows and hopefully gets more game time, so that should help out Himmelberg, but I wouldn't be grabbing him up yet as there's better options, defender, forward, etc., and he doesn't have that consistency that he's had previously. But that is pretty much the video there. There's nothing much to talk about, as there's no real clear-cut people You got Gold Coast and Adelaide playing the two easy matchups in West Coast and North Melbourne. So you got to target those guys. I wouldn't be targeting a key position player in that because just because I don't think there's no one that's really popping out key position wise at the moment. And then you've got like Laird, Dawson, Flanders, and Miller are the other four guys or whatever that I'd really be targeting. Then you've also got Tom Green, Nick Newman, that you could also target as well. And then obviously got like Butters, etc. In there. But other than that, I wouldn't be suggesting many other guys. Maybe Viney, maybe Crouch. But other than that, I wouldn't be really suggesting other guys, as you guys really should be looking for top of the range. Guys that are averaging 95, 100 just to finish off your team, or potentially get someone. I mean, if you can get a Matt Crouch off the bench, then that's a good thing. But if you can't do that, like I'm sort of stuck with how my bench is formulated cash-wise, and how a couple of injuries and a couple of misplaced trades have put me in a position like this. I wasn't able to get Windhager, I guess, off, and yeah, I wasn't able to do some stuff, but that sort of sucks, but so be it. And yeah, you'll see the next video will be my predictions for round 24. I will run the predictions through the finals as well, and you'll get that as well. But that's the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.